Parents, we have missed you at campus clubs. We have missed your happy faces, your presence, and all of your chitter chatter. I have planned for you several lessons in reading, math, handwriting, and lessons on the computer. Now, boys and girls, I have prepared for you some lessons, and I'm going to begin with reading. I have prepared for you several books with lessons. And I want you to go home and look in your cabinets and closets and see if you have any storybooks at home. I want you to find just one book. Find one book and take the book and do some story activities with it. Now, if you do not have any of these books, I want you to come to campus clubs and go outside to that little schoolhouse, and we're going to have some books prepared in that schoolhouse just for you. You can take them and do these activities at home. So let's take for an example that we're going to read a book, Green Eggs and Ham. With the book Green Eggs and Ham, after you finish reading it, you're going to ask yourself some questions. We're going to do some comprehension lessons from this one book. Who is the story about? What is the story about? When did the story take place? Where is the story and why did it happen? Then we're going to sequence the story. Can you tell me what happened first in the story? What happened next? Then and always what happened last in the story. And then I want you to tell me about the main idea. What is this story mainly about? What is it talking about? And then I want to know the setting of the story. Where did it happen? Did it happen at the zoo? Did it happen at the playground? Did it happen at the park? Just where did it happen? And then I want you to tell me the characters' actions. What are the characters doing in the story? And what are their feelings? Are they sad? Are they embarrassed? Are they disappointed? What are the characters' actions and what are their feelings? And I want you to do that with a fiction story. And then I want you to write about it in your journal. You're going to take a journal. If you don't have a journal at home, you can take some notebook paper or some writing paper and make you a journal and staple it together or tape it together. And in your writing journal, a reading journal, I want you to write what happened in the story or tell about the main idea or answer some of these questions in your reading part of this notebook. So you will have your reading section. You're going to divide your notebook, those of you who have notebooks, to reading, and you're going to write about your story. To put the date of the book, put the date, that day's date, and the name of the book. And then I want you to take a section and do writing. I want you to do some journal writing. Some journal writing topics might be my best birthday ever. If I had $100 to spend, I would purchase what? Another day's writing lesson could be, I am learning so much at home. We want you to think of some journal writing topics and write them in your writing journal every day. If just a day like, I'm having a great day, I'm not having a good day, whatever you want to write, we want you to write something every day in your writing journal. The next thing I have for you boys and girls is handwriting. Now, I know that your handwriting is not the way it should be. Everybody needs work on their handwriting. I want you to take your handwriting and I want you to, those of you who are in kindergarten and first grade, this is your line paper. I want you to take and go to the top of the line with an A and stop at the bottom of the line. You should not be going above the line or below the line. Then I want you to go to the top of the line and stop at the bottom of the line. Go in the middle of the line for your A. When you get to the circle, you're going to go inside of the line with the line straight down beside it, and that will be your A. We don't want to see any of this where you're below the line and down here. That is not acceptable writing for kindergarten, first grade. And then if you're in third grade, second and third grade, in the upper grades, you're going to take your paper, you're going to begin at the margin on this side. You don't go out of the margin on this side. Stay within the red lines and practice writing on the lines. Boy, B-O-Y. Do not go below the lines or up way above the lines. So that would be your practice for handwriting. You could do that every single day and get your penmanship perfect. So when you do go back to school, your teacher will say, ah, what beautiful writing. And then, boys and girls, I want you to know that we have some websites for you to practice all of your skills: reading, math, science, social studies, everything that you could want. At WW Starfall, they have the alphabets and the letter sounds for them to practice. They have short vowel sounds and long vowel sounds, like words like fat and cat and hat and rat and sat and mat. They can learn all of those sounds, egg and peg and bed and leg. All of those are phonic sounds right here at a young age at Starfall. And then you can take them to www.coolmath.com. They can practice in games. They can do word problems. Then you can take them to www.abcya.com to practice all kinds of skills. www.funbrain.com, reading, math, and English skills. Oh, and boys and girls, you missed the Georgia Milestones this year, but next year you'll be taking the Georgia Milestones, where you will have to know the keyboard for typing in your answers. And if you could get a hold of the keyboard now at a young age, and while you're at home learning to type, you will be way ahead of the game when you go back to school next year. Go to www.typingclub.com, A-Ed Club. And then, boys and girls, you know there's always math. We can never forget about math. In math, you have learned that the commutative property of addition says that 6 plus 3 equals 9 and 3 plus 6 equals 9. We want you to learn it both ways. You can't just learn 6 plus 3 and not know that 3 plus 6 equals 9. So if you can put that in your memory bank, because you cannot be counting your fingers all of your life. You have got to learn your math facts now. So kindergarten, first, second, third, and fourth graders, you need to start memorizing your math facts. Then you need to learn your doubles. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 3 plus 3 equals 6. All the way down to 9 plus 9 equals 18. And then you need to work on subtraction. Second graders, 13 minus 7 equals 6. 14 minus 9 equals 5. You're getting into those higher numbers. You need to practice working on those. And then between second and third grade, we're beginning to learn our early multiplication facts, like 2 times 9 equals 18. The commutative property of multiplication, the same as 9 times 2 equals 18. You need to learn them both ways and get them in your brain now so you won't be counting your fingers. Okay, and for third graders, you're working with arrays in third grade now. So if you're learning 3 times 3, you need to draw a picture to show so you can figure it out very quickly. And boys and girls, these are just some of the things that we have in store for you at Campus Clubs. We will have much more for you next week. Next week in first grade, I'll be teaching you some of the last things that I had the last week that you were in Campus Clubs with me. Like in reading, we were working on homophones, you were working on measurement, and I'll bring some things in like that for you next week. So happy learning, everyone. We miss you at Campus Clubs, and thanks for listening. Bye now.